The internet links millions of people in new spaces that are changing the way we think and the way we form our communities. Sherry Turkle says this in her article, Who Am We? And she could not be more correct. With the help of the internet, people have found ways to communicate online, make friends, start relationships, and explore new things. My name is Amy, and I am currently a freshman communications major at St. Joseph's University. I came into this year a confused freshman with half a clue about what communications even was. But, thanks to Bill Wolf and CTPF 15, I now know exactly what my major is, and I could not be happier I chose it. In the beginning of the semester, we touched base on a few things, one of them being annotating. With our homework assignment being to annotate one of our readings, I taught myself how to annotate right on the preview feature on my Mac. Considering soon enough the world will probably be paperless, I'm glad I learned how to do that sooner rather than later. Shortly after annotating, we began learning my personal favorite, blogging. Thanks to a little help from a book called Blogging for Creatives, I became quickly equipped with all that I need to know about blogging. I chose to focus my blog on common occurrences a freshman at St. Joe's will come across. Some of my posts include a video of campus on a beautiful day, things I thanked my mother for one week, the struggle of being sick at college, and so on. At first I thought blogging would be monotonous and bothersome, but soon I came to realize that it is actually one of the cooler things I've done with my writing. I've learned a number of great tools for blogging, some of these being creating widgets, blog rolls, categorizing my posts, creating tags, how to link my Twitter to my webpage. Twitter is another thing we have spent the semester doing, and it has not been as easy as I expected it to be. It started off seemingly easy, a couple tweets here and there, and don't forget the hashtag, then bam, thick and thin tweets come into play. A thin tweet is something simple like, only 4 weeks left in the semester, time flies, hashtag CTPF15. Then you have your thick tweets, which according to David Silver in his article, The Difference Between Thin and Thick Tweets, convey 2 or more layers of information. They often, but not always, include a hyperlink that takes readers from Twitter to another source of information. If there is one major thing I learned about Twitter throughout the semester, it is that I will never be able to tweet as much as Bill Wolf. I mean, 33,000 tweets? Tell us your secret, please, because we are all dying to know. Anyways, we've explored a lot of interesting apps throughout the semester. These apps have really helped me when it has come to my blog post ideas or thick tweets. These apps include Zite, Feedly, and Pocket. I'll start with Zite. Zite is an app designed to evaluate millions of stories a day and match them to your personal interests. When you go on the app, there are suggestions in the feed that they think will relate to you. Feedly is similar to Zite. It compiles news feeds from a variety of online sources, which then, like Zite, is customized to the user. Found an article you liked on Zite or Feedly? Great! What do you do now? That is where Pocket comes into play. When you see an article you like and want to share or save for later, you simply save it to the Pocket app. When you're ready to go back to it, you open the article up in the Pocket app and post it to Twitter or another social media platform. Without these apps, I would have about 0 thick tweets and really crappy blog posts. Speaking of tweets and blog posts, I could not do either of these without the help of my good friend, iPhone. My phone is one of my most prized possessions. I really don't know what I would do without it. A few weeks ago, we were presented with the phone diary project. And man, was this a reality check. We had to log every single time we picked up our phones for a 48-hour period. I found myself fighting the urge to pick up my phone just to avoid having to log it. Pathetic, I know. Once it was over, I realized I should probably use my phone a little less. But it wasn't long after I realized that it should be just the opposite. Our generation might be criticized for our constant usage of our cell phones and other technology, but honestly, it's a good thing. Whether people want to believe it or not, the world is going to be 100% digital sooner than we know it, and people are going to have to learn how to deal with it. My generation will have one foot in the door already, while those critical of us will be wishing they learned the basics sooner. According to Henry Jenkins, we live in a participatory culture. This means that we live in a culture with relatively low barriers to artistic expression and civic engagement, strong support for creating and sharing creations, and some type of informal mentorship whereby experienced participants pass along knowledge to novices. He believes that participatory culture is emerging as the culture absorbs and responds to the explosion of new media technologies that make it possible for average consumers to archive, annotate, appropriate, and recirculate media content in powerful new ways. Throughout the semester, I really wrapped my head around Henry Jenkins' article about participatory culture. Each class, we are presented with a new way to express ourselves online. Back to blogging. I've never experienced such an amazing outlet for what I need to say, and I cannot believe that people actually view my blog. Blogging alone has made me more digitally literate. I used to find myself using my computer just to Google and write papers or online shop. Never before have I used the internet to explore other people's thoughts and ideas on their own web pages. I will continue blogging, especially throughout college. I will probably switch my topic in which I am blogging about, but I am happy about that, because I will then have opportunity to explore a whole other topic online. Sydney Selfie, in her article, Literacy and Technology Linked, defines technological literacy as meaning computer skills and the ability to use computers and other technology to improve learning, productivity, and performance. She says that literacy alone is no longer our business, but literacy and technology are. To be digitally literate is to understand technology, to understand that a computer or your smartphone could help you with figuring out just about anything. To be digitally literate is to understand that technology is taking over, and you will need it for just about everything soon enough. I started off the semester thinking that I was digitally literate, but each day I become more aware that I don't even know the half of it yet. But I am willing to learn more to get a full understanding for all that is digital. Like I said before, the world will go completely digital sooner rather than later. You can either roll with the punches, floating by hoping you don't mess up, or you can give yourself the opportunity to educate yourself.